You've edited more videos than you can count, but your bank account doesn't show it. If you disappear tomorrow, your clients will replace you without a second thought, because the same people who taught you how to edit never taught you how to make real money doing it. The internet lied to you. They said if you just get good enough, then the clients will come. But if that were true, every editor in the world would be rich right now. But what you actually see? Talented editors grinding for low-paying clients, constantly underpaid, and the longer you wait to figure it out, the harder it gets to escape. I've been in this industry for years. I've edited for YouTubers with millions of subscribers, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why most editors fail and what the top 1% are doing instead. This morning, I got paid $3,000 for a 4-hour in-depth editing breakdown on a client's future video. I didn't even edit it, but I analyzed it at an expert level. Pay close attention because this short preview has actionable advice for any editor watching.
Just realizing more and more how thankful I am for my wife.
Oh man.
I miss her.
No! You're getting choked up. This is the stuff that gets replayed and people relate to and everybody comments about because they've been there. But the music is actually negatively affecting this scene because it has a beat. And it almost sounds like something that would play in a travel vlog. If you cut the music entirely, I would feel that scene 10 times more.
You know, I don't really think I ever understood exactly what my parents felt that night that they lost me until recently.
I gotta say it was probably one of the worst.
Okay, we got a problem there. With the voice of your mother, I think you should set it to dual mono. What was happening is that when you play it, it's only in the left ear and that breaks immersion instantly. Here's the other problem. This right here.
Sometimes survival looks like wrestling in the wilderness, and sometimes it looks like a really long, awkward beach walk.
Your voice kind of goes like da-da, da-da, da, which is good for building up the humor of this. But then you do the same speaking style right here.
A 1-mile beach walk.
Da-da. It's like a jet landing. The thing is, it's like it robs the humor of this by talking like that again here. It makes this not special. Ooh.
The manchineel tree.
I like that. That was sick. After the tree is initially shown, we need to limit how frequently we show it. Because visually, the world's most dangerous tree doesn't actually look all that scary. The tree is green. Green is associated with peace and comfort and tranquility. And since your graphic has so much text in it, even though you highlighted a certain part, I'm not feeling the danger in the same way that I would if we were more zoomed in, even at the expense of quality. Sometimes lower quality things can feel more dangerous, if that makes sense. Like, have you ever seen CCTV footage where it was so low quality that it was scary because your brain was sort of filling in the gaps with worse things than maybe were actually shown on camera? That's $750 an hour, but I would never be able to charge that much if I kept thinking like a normal editor. Do you really think a creator is not willing to pay $3,000 for something that's going to generate $10,000, $15,000, or $20,000 for them in the future? Of course not! That's exactly why I built the Elite Editor Academy, to pull back the curtain on the hidden psychology that high-value editors use so that you can get paid what you're actually worth. I reveal the strategies I've used to generate over 500 million views for my clients such as Jeff Nippard, Will Tennyson, and Alpha M. And the only formula that made it possible for me to charge $2,000 per edit. This isn't about learning more software tricks on YouTube that you can easily find. It's about understanding why people keep watching, what makes certain edits addicting, and why the highest paid editors in the world do things completely differently. If you're serious about this, if you don't want to spend another year stuck exactly where you are, click the link below, see what's inside, and join the Elite Editor Academy today. Here's a sneak peek of lesson 10. And pay close attention to how the lesson itself is edited. The pacing, music selection, and storytelling are all deliberately engineered to teach you editing psychology just by watching how the masterclass is made.
We can actually overlay this. Holy crap, we can overlay. Because here's the thing, a lot of people will leave stuff in and they think it's because they like the clip, but what they really like is either the visual or the audio. You like what they said, you don't really care about what they look like when they said it, but you like what they said, or you like the way they look and the facial expression they made, but you don't really care all that much for what they said. So you can use that as B-roll.
A lot of people can't get to certain places to work out. So a lot of us go outside the city to work out.
Sure. This place is sweet.
This place is amazing.
Okay, I think that's a good point for it. Okay, we are gonna signify importance with the duration of our cuts. It's not to say that this guy, the African-American gentleman's lift, is not as important as Will's, but it is to steer the audience into what to focus on. If you look at the duration of these clips, we go from 1 second to 7 seconds to 16. By gradually building up and staggering your timing like that, it can tell a nice little visual story.
There you go. That's it.
Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm gonna have him drop the weights in the first place, because originally I was gonna put fake audio of him slamming, but I don't want him to say that's it.
There you go. That's it.
Because that's it. No offense to Will, but it sounds weaker in that moment than just finishing and slamming them down. We've gotten some lifting in, we've had a break from the interviews, and look how long the break is now. You remember how it was like a 10-second break from the interviews and then went right back into the interviews? Well, now we've extended it to a 50-second break of just lifting. And it's not just lifting for the sake of lifting, it's proving the point of, wow, look at this fitness environment. It's not really a fitness desert. I'm gonna drag this up a little bit. What does he say here? He said, hey, I'm gonna put this heat right here and see what it does. Just adding more grunts can increase the intensity of it. So that's sick. We're gonna like muffle this. We're gonna turn this down. I'm gonna add a long audio fade at the end of it.
How much do you think eating healthy and being like...
That's a good transition. Listen to that.
That was just 2 minutes of lesson 10, one of the 79 lessons inside. Imagine editing in a way that makes people cry, feel an emotion from their childhood they forgot they could have, all while making more money from editing in a single month than most people earn editing all year. Click the link in the description and join the Elite Editor Academy today. Right now, there's someone watching this video where an extra $3,000 or $5,000 a month would change everything. Maybe you're seeing editors land jobs like this one that was recently posted by a YouTuber with 6 million subscribers named Jesse James West, paying $8,300 a month to his editor, with performance-based bonuses, paid time off, and the freedom to work from home. Now you're probably thinking, why would Jesse pay that much for an editor? But this interview clip puts it into perspective.
So someone who's getting 13 million views.
Yes.
What does like an AdSense month look like for you?
83K. March.
83K. Oh, this March.
Yeah, this month.
$83,000.
Yeah, I had 20 million views in 1 month.
And that interview was almost 3 years ago. His views and earnings have only grown, but he still realizes how crucial a great editor is to his success. That kind of opportunity feels life-changing, but let's be real. How many editors are actually getting jobs like that? If you apply today, what makes you any different from the hundreds of editors applying for that same position? And what makes a client look at you and your work and say, that's the one? Right now, most editors are completely interchangeable, but it doesn't have to be that way. Now, I'm gonna give you a strategy right now that's gonna change the way that you charge for edits.
Last month I earned $12,172. And that's just from video editing alone, not selling courses, no YouTube videos, just pure client work. But before I show you how to earn 10K a month, you need to see the mistakes that were keeping me broke. I started editing in 2017 with basic cuts, no music, no sound design, just simple text and screenshots. Before that, I was actually a freelance web designer, making about $3,000 a month. But something about video editing was just so interesting to me. And on March 13th, 2022, I made a decision that changed my entire life. I quit web design and went all in on video editing. My first month, I made just
$1,840, which was kind of a big pay cut for making $3K a month. But by the end of this video, you'll see exactly how I took my income to earning 4 times what I used to make. Now, 6 months into working with my first big client, they love my work so much that they put me on a $3,000 a month retainer, which was crazy because that meant when my client would only post 4 videos in a month, I would still get paid the same that I would if I had worked on 6 videos for the month. And I was amazed how switching from hourly rates and per project rates stabilized my income so quickly. But even with a more stable income, I felt stuck. My laptop could no longer keep up with my editing style. It was constantly overheating, freezing, taking a crap on itself every 5 seconds, making it impossible to finish edits efficiently. But then something crazy happened. My first big client noticed the problem and loved my work so much that he decided to step in and help. Bro bought me a $6,000 Mac Studio. It was so fast that it felt illegal to own. It allowed me to edit 3 times faster, produce better work, and take on more projects. By the way, I'm giving away the viral editing secrets behind my 500 million view edits for free. These are the exact techniques I use to earn 3 times more money as an editor. The link's in the description. I mean, it's free, come on. Oh my gosh, that was loud. Good freaking. Now, after upgrading my computer, my income started to grow consistently. I was making progress, but suddenly I hit a plateau. Yeah, I'm cooked. I was stuck at earning $3,000 a month. I thought the answer to making more money was focusing on flashy transitions and VFX. But that was completely wrong. For some reason, a lot of editors have started confusing themselves with VFX artists. These editors focus so much on effects that they forget the story is the most important part of everything. Now, cool effects do help, and hopefully I've done a few cool effects in this video that made you go, oh, but if the story is mid, you're just pouring a bunch of diamonds on a piece of crap. And there's no point in doing that. It's stupid. And I had to learn that lesson myself because one day the same client that bought me the computer asked me if I could finish an edit in 24 hours. In 24. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. Normally one edit takes me 3 to 4 days. I knew the only way I could meet the deadline was by limiting the VFX in the entire edit. Instead of doing VFX for every second of the video like I normally did, I put all of my focus into one single amazing effect in the entire video that I predicted the audience would go crazy over. And not only did I finish the edit in 24 hours, it went on to get 1.3 million views. It got more comments about the editing than anything else I had done before. I spent so much gosh darn time in VFX. What a waste, bro. What a scam. Once I started focusing on the pacing, music selection, and the tiny micro decisions that trigger emotional reactions, everything changed. But there was another thing holding me back. Perfectionism, which was costing me tens of thousands of dollars. It made me sacrifice my sleep, my health, and my sanity. I spent more time thinking than actually editing. But here's how I broke out of that mindset. I gave each edit a rule or limitation to follow. This forced me to be more creative with my solutions and worry less about everything going exactly to plan. Also, you do realize that video editing as a career attracts a lot of perfectionists, right? So there's a chance that you right now are a perfectionist. Once you overcome perfectionism, you end up making money faster while still being fulfilled by your work. Now, if I had no connections today, here's exactly what I would do to get clients. First, I'd start making videos in a niche I want to edit for, doing editing breakdowns of big creators, and have a business email listed on my YouTube channel. You don't even need high views to have success. I remember a client actually told me that a YouTuber with 8 million subscribers was secretly watching my editing breakdowns with his editor, and they loved them. I'm like, what?
viral, like getting 1,000 views. You never know who's watching. One of my recent editing breakdowns attracted a massive YouTuber with 7 million subscribers. He wanted me to tell him what's good and bad about his editing. That phone call is happening next week, and I'm getting paid $750 per hour. That's nearly twice what I used to make from editing a video for 3 days. And now that I think about it, my first client didn't even come from a cold email outreach. It came from their dad watching my videos and telling their son, you should have this guy edit your videos. Isn't that crazy? You don't even need 10,000 views to get people's attention. Even recently, I posted an editing breakdown on Gox, and a girl emailed me saying I'd been teasing the editing masterclass I'm about to launch for so long that she wished she could just buy it, since it's designed to help editors increase their rates, land higher paying clients, and build a career editing full time. But it's not out yet, so that's the power of the personal brand on YouTube. God has blessed me in so many more ways than I could have ever imagined. Like, it's actually crazy. But the next thing I would do is apply to video editing positions on YouTube jobs, making sure to mention any pain points that clients are struggling with so that they feel heard. And make sure your email doesn't sound like a generic copy-pasted piece of crap. And every so often, I'd message creators on Instagram or via business email saying something like, I love watching your videos, but I noticed you do a certain thing with your editing that I think might be preventing a new audience from discovering your content and connecting more deeply with your videos. Then I do a rough re-edit of a scene from one of their videos, showing them how it could be improved. And again, you don't want to come off like a freaking dork. Don't just come in there roasting their content. You got to realize they put their heart and soul into it too. Say a compliment, then mix in a critique and alternate back and forth. I'd also ask for way more money than I feel comfortable with. You see, our minds often have limiting beliefs, and it's crazy how many times we limit our income because we're too scared to ask for things. Now, referrals are one of the most powerful ways to get reoccurring, high-paying clients. If you do great work consistently, your name spreads fast, and before you know it, you'll be turning down more work than you can handle. Another tactic that is massively underutilized, my username has the word editor in it. Why? Because I'm an editor. Every time I finish an edit and it gets posted on a client's channel, I go to the video and I thank all the nice people in the comments leaving kind words about the editing. This makes them curious, and they usually click on my channel to find out what I'm all about. And that small detail has led to so many client opportunities just from people seeing my name and realizing I'm the editor behind the video. Now, before I reveal one of my best tips to help editors earn money faster, I don't want you to waste years of your life focusing on the wrong things like I did. And the free viral editing secrets in the description could be the difference between you taking 3 years to earn 4K a month or doing it in just a few months. Now, here's one of the biggest things that most editors overlook, and it can make a massive difference in landing high-paying clients. Get your name in the credits of the video, whether it's in the outro of the video, the description, or a pinned comment. If a large creator sees an editor consistently delivering high retention videos that keep the viewer engaged, they remember that name. That's how elite level editors get recommended behind the scenes. They don't even have to apply for a job. The job applies to them.
Now, making money as an editor is one thing, but if you don't understand why some editing styles kill retention, you'll never be able to charge top rates. And yet, Ryan Trahan breaks almost every editing rule you've been taught while pulling 10 million views per video. Let's see how he does it.
Have you ever seen a restaurant with no reviews? It's weird. It's strange. I don't like it. Most of these restaurants are food trucks.
You notice something different about Ryan's intros compared to every other intro on YouTube?
I just dropped off 5 men and 5 women.
I'm building the world's largest SpongeBob. Last week I got invited to the...
But Ryan does a different approach. He starts with dead silence.
The other day I was hanging out with Haley's cousins and they had all this stuff. I know what you're thinking. What exactly is a secret hotel, Ryan?
The reason he does this is because he realized when everyone else is doing the same thing, it no longer stands out.
for the absolute best restaurant in my city, I got this plaque made. Basically, it just says, Ryan's favorite restaurant in Austin, Texas.
Guys, look at how amazing this VFX looks, and then look at how crappy this looks. I mean, this is literally just a picture. Why does he do that? Well, if you want to edit so good your viewers get addicted to your videos and make more money editing, I put together a free breakdown of the most valuable viral editing secrets I've learned after years of editing, and the link's in the description. But have you ever considered that Ryan doesn't make things overly polished on purpose? Because he always wants to be known as the one YouTuber that is actually genuine and actually a real person.
Now that you know what's at stake in this video, let's eat. Starting with crispy, crunchy chicken.
This is the thing that Ryan likes to do all the time, and it's very simple, but it's very effective. He will have some dramatic, insane music, and then he has some nice video game music that's super chill and just kind of funky. You could just rock with it a little bit. And if he didn't do this, the video would feel flat because the music has no contrast.
Inside this gas station could easily be the best chicken I have ever had in my life. I've got my clipboard, I've got my plaque. Oh, I need to grab a pen if I want them to take me seriously. One sec.
Notice how he has a single tripod shot. Did you see how many different cuts there were to make it seem as though it's a multi-angle shot with multiple cameras? Zooms in on the restaurant, puts a little piece of text on the car. All these things make it feel more dynamic than just simply staying on a fixed tripod shot the entire time, just looking like this.
Let's go write the first review for crispy, crunchy chicken.
I mean, look at that shot. What the heck was that? Like, there's no reason to time-lapse that. But it feels more relatable than a shot like this from an actual movie where it feels like a whole team of people worked on it.
I don't know how I didn't realize this, but Crispy Crunchy Chicken is actually located at Taco Basket Taqueria. Aw, this place is quaint. I like it here.
Notice how he's going back to the exact same song that he used right there when he first introduced the restaurant.
Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Aw, this place is quaint.
Now every time I hear that, I'm like, you know what? It's that restaurant. The trick he's using is called a leitmotif, which makes your brain instantly connect a sound to a character, idea, or moment. But what's even more interesting is that he used video game music, because that genre of music is specifically designed to replay the same addicting melody on repeat for hours without you getting sick of hearing it.
Good, how's it going? What would you recommend from Crispy Crunchy Chicken?
Chicken tenders, very delicious.
The chicken tenders?
Yeah.
You guys, so many YouTubers are not confident enough in their editing to hold a shot for that gosh darn long. But he's cutting without cutting. Take a look at the captions. Every time the caption changes, it's a sort of micro cut at the bottom half of the screen. So even though the camera doesn't need to change, the fact that the captions are changing are still something happening. However, too many captions can remove a bit of authenticity. That's why Ryan doesn't caption every single word he says, especially with those bouncy captions where it's one word at a time. Oh my gosh, guys, that will break immersion at a certain point.
We have successfully acquired Crispy Crunchy Chicken. Okay. All right. Thank you. That actually means a lot. Before we open...
I see that audiences love self-aware editing. It makes everything just feel so authentic, so real, because it breaks the script that every video just has to follow. This guy is wearing a full-on suit to review this. He should be the sternest, strictest person. Yet, the editing is fun, lighthearted, goofy, and silly. Contrast is everything, guys, I'm telling you.
I thought to myself, there must be a bigger story here. So I found some locals and interviewed them. Well, the crazy thing is they don't even have a sign out front. So how would you even know it's in there?
That's right. I didn't even know it was in there.
I've got enough information here to finish writing my review.
Yo, this... Do you know how many people leave their interviews so absurdly long? And once you get the gist, they keep going? Like, what? That was... Obviously, it was more comical than informative, but that's all you need. They probably talked for 5 minutes straight, and that's the answer he honed in on. See, this is what separates high-level editors from everyone else. Ryan's videos feel effortless, but behind the scenes, every choice is intentional, which is exactly what I teach in the Elite Editor Academy. Like how to use patterns in human psychology to get audiences addicted to your editing. And I'm not trying to be mean, but joining the Academy actually gives you an unfair advantage that most editors will never have, because there are secret editing techniques inside the Academy that I will never share on YouTube, reserved only for students serious about becoming elite level editors and earning 3 times more from their edits. The link's in the description. Go check it out.
I already love Momos. First of all, the name is Momos. That's awesome. Second of all, their website is perfect. They're clearly using a free e-commerce template for restaurants. How do I know? Because the website says, get started.
Okay, whoa, he is cutting very fast here. Guys, look how much my eyes were moving trying to read everything. That's a little funky. But I'll give Ryan a pass because unlike a lot of editors that will cut that fast the entire video, he actually mixed in a good amount of slow cuts before doing this. But you just do fast cuts the entire thing? Oh, you're cooked. You're cooked.
Momo is an economical business mogul. I love the pictures on the website. I know exactly what I'm getting myself into. Okay, now I'm confused.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, wait a second. Have you noticed that pretty much the whole video, when the camera's on Ryan, the camera isn't slowly moving towards him or slowly moving away from him like a lot of other YouTubers do. It's just static. But when it comes to the graphics, he's always just slowly moving in, slowly moving back, slowly moving down. And it all falls under that same umbrella I was talking about. He wants the most genuine look when he comes on screen.
But the real test is waiting for me inside. Let's do this. I don't know. I felt like I should have had a different final line. All right.
The funny thing is, a lot of YouTubers try to copy that, shut off the music, let's keep talking for a little bit too long, and it doesn't come off funny at all. I would say just try and be yourself instead of always trying to, emulate Ryan Trahan. You may be confused, like, why am I telling the editor that? Well, because the editor controls how much of that to leave in. Tell your host that you're editing with and tell him, hey, that was mid.
There's a real chance that this is about to be the best food I've ever eaten in my life, or I could die. I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like raising mistakes.
The editing went perfect with that line, and he's literally making fun of the YouTubers that over-sensationalize their challenges. And little things like that go a long way with audiences that are used to being deceived.
Let's see what's inside. We have a bed of rice, Momo's chicken dumplings, chicken masala, and these must be the chicken strips. I think we can all agree I'm gonna have some leftovers. Can we add a laugh track? No? Why not? Okay.
Huh. That's another thing I don't really see in YouTube videos really at all, except for Ryan's videos. Most of the time when a YouTuber looks at the camera and says something like, editor, show this picture, or editor, cut to this clip, the editor does it.
Now it's up to the editor to make a 1-minute push-up and a 20-second pull-up entertaining.
Editor power.
Yeah, that's a challenge. Josh, can you do it? Go. Oh my God, this is a slow push-up.
Because it's like the one time where the editor can kind of like show off his skills. But because it's a Ryan Trahan video, he asked the editor to do something. The editor's like, no.
Definitely think I'm gonna have to bring some home. However, I don't want to speak too soon. Let's actually eat it.
Dude, I love how dramatic the music was in that zoom in. If you watch a Deadpool film and watch a Ryan Trahan film, you're gonna see so much overlap. The only thing that's really missing is like the sexual innuendos and the cursing. Fourth wall break after fourth wall break, non-stop editing jokes in both. They're just so similar. But did you know that
Whole Foods gets thousands, maybe millions of customers every day, but do they even know that Kika Sushi exists? Let's go see if it does. Pretty cool. I walked into Whole Foods.
He held the shot for too long, uncomfortably long, but that's what makes the shot good. But a lot of YouTubers just can't nail it for some reason. It's really up to the editor to find that timing.
Have you heard of Kika Sushi?
No, I haven't.
Have you heard of Kika Sushi?
I have not.
Have you guys heard of Kika Sushi? No, okay. Excuse me, have you heard of Kika Sushi? Kika Sushi? Yes, actually.
Notice that? Rule of thirds. He shows 3 people. No, I haven't heard of it. No, I haven't heard of it. No, I haven't heard of it. Yes, I have. Because it's satisfying to hear things in 3s, but then you break the pattern.
Just when I thought all hope was lost, an amazing Whole Foods employee escorted me all the way to Kika Sushi. Cheers. Thank you. I'm trying to figure out how to pay for this, but also how many restaurants...
Yo, how close is he gonna get to the camera? That is absurd. Oh my God.
How many restaurants are in this grocery store that don't have any reviews? The Eatery, Next Level Burger, Juice Land. I don't think this is considered a restaurant, but still.
Wait a sec, they do rule of thirds again? Hold on.
The Eatery, Next
1,
Level
2,
Burger, Juice Land.
3.
I don't think this is considered a...
Oh my, yo, what did I tell you guys? You need to start listening to me, dang it. I'm gonna whoop you guys.
Honeycrisp is the best apple. What do you want me to do? Okay, I finished my appetizer. Let's try out this salmon teriyaki bowl.
Okay, I just had to say it. That was just absurd. High upbeat track, did a time lapse of eating an apple, and then just immediately cut it off like 2 seconds later. Like, dude, it's the goofy crap like that I just love.
I don't know what this is. Is it lettuce? I don't eat vegetables. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. One day I'll grow up. I enjoy the rest of my meal.
Okay, that was good. Sometimes just break the edit a little bit. Just break it, man. Like, I know we try so hard to keep immersion. You want them to be glued into the story, don't deviate. But every so often, just do some stupid crap like that in the editing. You'll have so much fun, man, let me tell you. And the clients would probably love it.
After I finished my meal, though, I remembered what was at stake here, and I knew I had to get to writing. I have a large variety of weird pens. Here's my review.
Dude, okay, hold on. I gotta say this because I thought I was going crazy. The transitional music audio that he does for the reviews is like 4 decibels louder than all the other music. It's actually insane.
Here's my review.
If it was so perfect, it would be like, oh, it's missing that Ryan Trahan flair.
This restaurant is directly off of a highway, so that's awesome. Anyways, I'm not just standing here to sweat in a suit and listen to ambient traffic noises that will probably cause hearing damage long term. Let's go get a meal and a royal welcome. Oh, it's closed.
Oh, there's no way. Yo, I'm sorry for glazing so hard, man. But that joke, man, that payoff is so good. You have the tension music building. That is the last thing I expected to see. And the editor cutting to this shot made it like 40 times funnier.
Barbecue secured. I found a local to interview. Here we go, ready? Yes, sir. I'm here.
You see what I mean, guys? Every other YouTuber, every other editor would have it just perfect. It's sometimes funnier than actually doing it right.
Just like I remember from a week ago.
That is so good. That's crazy. What would you rate this place?
1,000 out of 5.
Yo.
All right, Anthony, so nice to meet you.
That's got to be the craziest graphic I've actually seen all week. That is wild.
I know he can't read, but can we all just spam "We love you" Chip in the comments? It's got to mean something to him.
Let's also take note of Ryan's font selection. He picks pretty much the default font, and he keeps it all lowercase. He just wants it to be like a text you'd send. Pure authenticity, pure genuineness.
I have been going back and forth in my mind of who deserves this plaque as the best restaurant with no reviews. I ate so much good food throughout this video. I met so many awesome people.
Wait a second. Oh my gosh. Do you guys hear the song that's playing in the background? Yo, cut to the... Gosh darn my throat, please. God take me. It hurts so bad. He's playing... Okay, I was about to cough again. It's just gonna sound like I'm sad because I'm trying to keep a cough in. He's playing the same theme that he played before.
My name is Kes. I'm from Nepal and we just started it's almost 1 month.
So it's brand new.
Yeah.
When he was interviewing that lady that said she was starting a business, I'm trying so hard not to cough. And I think that he is using that music as a leitmotif to indicate that he is going to put the plaque in her restaurant. You know what? Let's make a deal. If I'm wrong, you don't have to grab the free Power Editing Secrets or join the Elite Editor Academy using the links in the description. But if I'm right, you have to. Deal? I bet. Let's see if I'm right.
It's going to be so worth it. So,
Which one
Cash,
is more-
I've been going through all of Austin.
I freaking told you. Everybody always doubted me. Nobody ever believed in me. Okay, so Ryan Trahan can break the rules and still go viral. But does that mean editing doesn't even matter? Not exactly. Some editors take the complete opposite approach, and Gox is proof that extreme high-energy editing can make people addicted to watching. And if you're not using his techniques in your own videos, you're definitely leaving views on the table.
What if you ask me questions?
Okay, hold on. There's a problem here. Listen to the sounds of the keyboard. That's not what a MacBook Pro sounds like when you type on the keyboard. This is what it sounds like. And that's why elite level editors use sound design to exaggerate moments that would normally sound dull in real life. Take a look at the scene from The Dark Knight.
You remind me of my father. I hated my father.
When you grab someone's head aggressively, pause, does it sound like a baseball player catching a baseball? No, but it sounds so much better than this. That's so lame. If you find sound design difficult, it's probably because you're literally looking up the name of the sound you're trying to recreate. Don't do that. Lately, I've been feeling a little rusty with my editing, so I'm challenging myself. I have 30 minutes to recreate Gox's style in a 30-second edit. That means every minute I need to finish 1 second of video. And if I fail, my favorite keyboard, the one that stuck with me through countless edits and long nights, gets smashed to pieces on camera. Time starts now. But first, editing secret number 2, and I've never seen this done before.
Then I wake up and work a little bit more while I eat some pineapple. 7 p.m.
Excuse me? Wait, what? Is this... Huh? Let me get a close-up of Gox's hands. Yeah, he's got 20-year-old hands. Why did his hands just suddenly become a 40-year-old's hands? Yo, is this some insane editing trick I've never seen before? Gox does not have this many veins in his hands. This guy looks like he could break someone's neck in half just by, like, shaking their neck. Now, this might look like a simple mistake Gox made while filming, but there's a lesson here that every editor can learn from. Watch closely.
Work a little bit more while I eat some pineapple.
Okay, he's trolling. Bro's trolling. He literally had his dad typing on his keyboard, and then he says, I eat some pineapple, and we're clearly looking at watermelon. And look, I am 50% black, so I can say with 100% certainty that that is watermelon. And while Gox broke immersion on purpose while filming, you can use blatant contradictions in your editing to drive comments and boost the algorithm. Meanwhile, I only have 22 minutes left to finish the Gox edit, but to raise the stakes, I decided to start editing blindfolded. And as you can see, it made me 3 times slower, and I was starting to panic that I wouldn't hit the deadline. But at least we have editing secret number 3.
As every kid, I started playing with crayons.
Ooh, did you hear that? Not only did he cut the crayons to match the words of his sentence,
playing with crayons,
he took the sounds of the crayons writing on the paper and selected portions of the clips that sounded completely different from each other to add more impact. For example, this knock, hey, open up the door, versus this knock.
Open up the door now! It's overheating! It's overheating!
Started 2 new YouTube channels.
What the heck just happened?
2 new YouTube channels.
Yo, get this guy banned. He's actually hacking. This is... Yo. How am I supposed to analyze this? That was like a 3 millisecond cut. I actually have to scroll frame for frame just to catch one shot. But these rapid match cuts are excellent at resetting the audience's attention.
Doing clear voiceovers is hard, and I usually make a ton of speak. So I'll make sure to identify.
Yes, dude! I love that! It didn't feel like a forced, scripted joke, even though it probably was. And the editing made the scene 10 times funnier because he cut to a wide shot out of nowhere.
Now we are ready to start filming. I always try to film in chronological order.
Now, if you're an editor watching this, you're probably thinking, okay, well, if my footage doesn't look this good, how am I supposed to do this? Well, it's simple. You're the editor, but that doesn't mean you just shut up, edit, and cry. No, you run for your freaking life. You knock on the creator's door, tick, 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 tick. Hey buddy, look at this shot from Gox. Can you make that? Okay, go do it. Thanks. Clients need that from an editor. They're infinitely more likely to pay you a higher salary because you're providing them with more value.
It takes me around 300 hours to create a video.
Excuse me?
The static shot. Beautiful.
Okay, yo, bro, this guy needs to be banned off the platform. He is cheating and this is unfair. No, I'm playing. But you can see a portion of his arm has been freeze framed. Then he rotoscoped his arm and used generative AI to make the mug and water particles.
Well, everything starts here. In the everything.
Bro, the music, bro, I love this genre of music so freaking much, man. It always feels like there's something lurking beneath the surface and it naturally pulls you in without being fast paced. Meanwhile, I've gotten so fast at editing while blindfolded that it's actually slowing me down. So I decided to start editing with my feet. And what the? I only have 10 minutes left to finish. The only thing that can help me now is editing secret number 4.
Which usually ranges between 20 minutes and 1 hour and a half. Then I wake up.
Whoa, what? Was there some chicanery? What was that? Did he reverse this shot? Oh, he reversed the shot. Yo, I was like, how did bro blink like that? The shot actually starts with him up towards the camera. Then he falls back. But why? Well, it's pretty difficult to go from lying down to perfectly flying up super quickly towards the camera. Some people would say this editing trick looks unnatural, but that's what sets the style apart.
7 p.m. Either go out, watch a movie, or go out.
Oh, that shot is beautiful, bro. Most editors would hold that shot for much longer just because it looks absolutely gorgeous. But the fact that he doesn't show it for that long subconsciously signals to the audience, this shot is cool, but we got better.
Everything you've seen so far in this video has been edited here, in CapCut. There is not much mystery on why CapCut.
What? Oh, I see what you did there. You can clearly see the laptop shape mask kind of falling apart because he has two characters close together. He hides that with the big pop-up yellow text. It's like, ooh, pretty. But you don't notice the cut on the first watch. Just like a magician, you can use misdirection to shift the audience's attention to what you want them to see and away from what you don't.
It doesn't matter if you're editing for the first time, like my dad right there, or if you've already edited sound.
Yo, perfect sound effect. Dude, so many times editors use like a cutaway to a sound and they try to do it for comedic effect and the sound just doesn't hit and it's mid and they fall off. But that voiceover was perfect. But what's not perfect is this Gox edit that I only have 5 minutes left to finish. That's it. No more blindfold, no more feet. I'm not going to use my hands. I'm only going to use aura. That's right, pure masculine energy. I really don't want to lose my keyboard.
12:30 p.m. Go to the gym, skip leg day.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed something. What is the shot that we keep seeing? In the last 54 seconds of Gox's video, one shot has been repeated 7 times, and you probably didn't even notice. It's the watch. By consistently cutting back to it, he ties the whole story together. Without that, this would just feel like some chaotic routine. There's no structure. It draws our attention to how fast he's moving through the schedule, which is very important to communicate to the viewers they can trust him with their time. Wait a second. Yo, that's actually... I didn't even... Yo! Alright, your gooning session is over. Here's some dopamine! Woo! But wait, I still haven't finished Gox's edit, and I only have 10 seconds left to finish. Oh geez, dramatic tension. Wait, I'm actually gonna make it! I actually... Here's the final product! Gox's edits are beautiful chaos, it's true. Every cut alive, every rhythm brand new. It made me wonder, what if you knew the secrets to hook, to stand out, to break through? So I crafted a free guide for editors to see. Techniques to go viral and earn more money. Some say I'm crazy to give this all out, but the link's in the description. Go check it out. Gox's editing pulls insane engagement, but what if I told you that even the biggest YouTuber on the planet makes massive editing mistakes? And if MrBeast editors are making these mistakes, you probably are too. Here's how to avoid them before they start costing you views and clients.
I just dropped these two strangers off in the middle of the wilderness.
These videos are made in a way to overstimulate the audience.
This overstimulating style could be one of the 5 mistakes, but for MrBeast, it hides something much worse.
Every day the 2 of you survive in this wilderness, I'll give you 10,000.
The video's over and you're like, all right. And that's why so many people have said they watch a MrBeast video and they don't feel anything from it. Why is that? It's because it's one thing to be overstimulated by the cuts. It's another thing to be overstimulated by the sound. It's redlining from start to finish, even when I zoom in. Dude, what? MrBeast or his sound engineers are actively distorting the audio. Okay, one down. This next one is actually ridiculous.
I feel bad, but I need to steal that flare gun. I just gotta shoot this thing, and I get to be a dad again.
If you fire that flare, I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
You notice something wrong about that audio? Listen to it again.
I literally think I'm gonna kill you.
I think I'm gonna kill you. The way that the audio is cut makes it sound as if it could be manufactured. 2 unlocked. I'm actually scared to see what they're gonna do next.
We gotta be careful because that stuff is full of bacterium.
Ooh, just a touch of the swamp.
I really appreciate that moment because so far in this video, they just hard cut into the next song.
Find a camping spot, build a fire, survive the night.
I guess we should just set up camp here.
For the rest of the night, they gathered wood.
Like it's kind of wild. In that video where he was curing the blind people,
We're curing 1,000 people's blindness.
what does the audience say? What did they say? They said, I love that you let the emotions breathe. You let things go a bit slow.
Oh my God.
To celebrate day 10, you guys an additional 10 days worth of food.
What? There's actually no shot.
To celebrate day 10, you guys an additional 10 days worth of food.
You are going from big moment to big moment. Everything's just So when there's a glitch in the audio like that,
To celebrate day 10, you guys an additional.
it breaks the illusion immediately. I have yet to get immersed in this video, and we're at the 4-minute mark. Kind of sus. We only have one more. Whoa. More mistakes?
Spices, 2 tarps, and everything you would need to fit.
I'll throw in 2 feasible bars.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yo! Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so glad they cut it like that. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta watch that again. That's so beautiful. This is actually something you guys need to start doing in your videos. When it comes to a task that could get a little repetitive, doing something comedic like that and just getting the heck on with it is so amazing. I'm gonna tell you another secret about MrBeast that you probably didn't know. Music provided by Extreme Music? What is that all about? Hans Zimmer? There's no shot. MrBeast is paying approximately $2,000 per song apparently. Gosh darn. Just goes to show how important a good musical score is.
That week of food literally costs as much as my kid's college tuition.
So here's a big mistake I keep seeing. Why in the world would you have the gentleman off screen and off camera when he's saying such an impactful statement?
That week of food literally costs as much as my kid's college tuition.
Maybe actually show the human, the bones and flesh and beauty. Show the audience something real.
And while Hayes was rambling on about his kids,
And my 2-year-old doesn't sleep very well either, so
this happened.
I think being a dad.
Boy, ain't no way. By saying he was rambling on about his kids,
While Hayes was rambling on about his kids,
it felt to me as if Jimmy's just like, yeah, whatever, the kids. Okay, but the challenge. And that's what can make things feel manufactured and scripted. That would be a point where you as the editor would tell the creator, hey, can we redo that voiceover? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, the mistakes only get worse from here.
after another few days full of a surprise freezing rainstorm,
At least now we have $100,000.
they decided
Is that even real rain? Hold
a
on.
surprise.
I can't even tell what's real anymore. I genuinely don't. Like, what is VFX? What's touched up? What's CGI mockup? What is 3D model? I don't know. This is the reason why doing so much VFX in your videos has that caveat. Look at this. They literally look like cardboard cutouts. And this isn't the first time MrBeast has done sketchy stuff with CGI.
They digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
It's one thing to use CGI for storytelling, but in a charity video? And unfortunately, it gets worse. Later, there's an edit so bad, it makes the entire sequence feel fake. Because it is.
You saw it? The building here is like expanding, added on the whole back half of the building.
Honestly, it probably would have looked better if he paid the VFX artist
$140,000.
Wait, what? Buddy, I was just about to talk about the briefcases. Do you guys see what I'm seeing right now? Tell me you see it. We have VFX briefcases, and what I just now noticed, VFX trees and VFX grass. We don't need to do CGI for everything.
Day after day of failing to catch any fish, they finally caught a wind in their sails.
Why? You know what? I get it. He literally, dude, I don't get it. He literally says it in the video.
They finally caught a wind in their sails.
Then I walked up to the thing and I started to get emotional. What? No! Cut! You can actually let moments happen without announcing them.
This is the first thing that we've caught out here in 27 days.
Yo, the franking biting is gonna make me jump off a gosh darn cliff.
This is the first thing that we've caught out here in 27 days.
That's the first thing that we've caught in over 47 days. Okay, I'm pretty sure I found all the mistakes. Hey, yo! By the way, I've put together a free guide revealing the editing secrets behind viral videos and hidden psychological techniques that will completely change the way you edit. People have even said they're shocked I'm giving this away for free, so be sure to click on the link in the description.
I've spent more time in the wilderness than I have with my newborn son. How do you explain to a 2-year-old that daddy's going to be gone and he won't talk to you and he won't call you and he won't see you?
That's like the closest I got to not even like crying or shedding a tear, but me being like, man, that's tough. And I said close.
As a reward for surviving an entire month, I brought you a store. You make 10 grand a day. What's another 10 grand?
Yo, whoa. There's no shot. You are out of your mind, dude. There's no way. Guys, don't ever do this. Guys, look at this. This is terrible.
You make 10 grand a day. What's another 10 grand?
Bro's literally so much this.
Every day when you're walking down the street.
Look at his movement. You see that? Look at his movement. And then you just got this dude sitting there like a picture. They had the artificial handheld shaking added to it. There's no grain. I can't believe that made it in the cut.
Yeah! Holy moly! Yes, I told you it was that one! Woo! I cannot wait to bring this back to Grizz. He's gonna be so stoked.
You know what? They got me right there. The first time in the video, we're 13 minutes in, and I thought for the first time, I'm happy for these two guys. All this fast cutting, and it still took 13 minutes. That's wacky.
Here's the weather forecast. It's gonna get pretty cold.
That is a very nice way to do VFX. The wrong way would be like, oh, we got a CGI MrBeast, we got a CGI box, we got a CGI grass. This is a beautiful piece of VFX.
I think you're really gonna like this. You both can see your wives. In fact, they're watching right now. Oh my God!
Okay, you know what? This is the stupidest crap, man. I don't even know what I just watched.
In fact, they're watching right now.
Actually, they're right here, right now, and him not actually talking. How am I supposed to feel real human emotions if I'm questioning what I'm looking at? We're doing pretty good, but I want to find more mistakes. Now, I've been roasting this edit pretty hard, but just when I thought it was falling apart, the editors pulled off one of the smartest moves I've ever seen. You'll want to see this.
Do you need my help?
What does it look like? You want to paddle up river into the wind?
Hey, why don't you go get those fishing lines fixed?
You know what? You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Oh, okay, I see what they're doing.
Can you check those lines while you're over there?
What do you think I'm doing?
I don't know, just asking.
I was thinking like, oh, they got this happy music going while they're having disagreements. That's also a smart choice because it shows clear dissonance.
You know what? You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
They're building the story of their friendship is falling apart.
Thank you for telling me to do what I'm already doing once again.
That's one of the best feelings that you can give the audience. What is going on right now that I'm not seeing?
Hayes, I'm sorry, buddy. I did not know I was actually pissing you off. I did not know that you were actually upset.
It's all right.
Hey, perfect scene though. Oof, yo, this is tense.
And so, feeling frustrated, Hayes turned off his camera and paddled downriver, where he set up his camp until the next day.
That is a perfect voiceover. Thank you, my gosh. Oh, what did it take? 19 minutes to get there. He gave us context that we wouldn't have just from watching the video.
Hayes paddled downriver, where he set up his camp until the next day.
That voiceover actually helped. It wasn't just meant to make everybody feel stupid.
I know it's supposed to be cold at night. He's not back in a couple days, so I'm gonna have to go looking for him. Let's do something to cheer him up.
I feel as though, no, you know, I'm just gonna say it with full confidence, with my chest. I'm gonna say it. Day counters, kind of mid. That's one of the biggest things, I just realized it, of why I can't soak into this story. The day counter is on screen all the time. Let the emotional moment have no graphics. You don't need a day counter when he's hugging the family.
Let's do something to cheer him up.
Chris, what's this?
It's our table.
We have a table?
Yeah.
Oh, man!
Yeah, I figured that'd perk him up a little bit. Welcome back, buddy.
That smacking sound was perfect. The aggression that we feel towards one another can be fully dissipated just by us laughing in a moment together from something sudden and unexpected. Unfortunately, what's coming up next is the moment that ruined this video for me. It's not just bad storytelling, it's the kind of mistake that will cost you thousands of viewers.
Hayes has been a little upset. I'm seeing it. He's keeping to himself, you know, so I'm a little worried about him.
He wants me to stay longer. He's kept pushing me.
No, don't cut to him talking. Stretch the band of tension a little longer. They completely dispel that tension, that mystery. What is this man thinking?
At some point, I gotta stop being wilderness guy and go be dad.
Another day.
That's a good line, but it was pretty rushed through anyway. That type of line is the line that you should let linger. Don't just immediately cut into the next piece of dialogue. I need to be dad. Anyway, so we're gonna go.
I expected to walk away with a lot of money, but I didn't expect to walk away with like a friend for life. I kind of got to think about what's right for me and my family.
Why? Hold on. You're showing the two choices between Grizz and your husband and wife, or your wife. Showing all these flashbacks of you and Grizz. Why is the editor not cutting to the baby or the wife? If you want to really make things emotional, you show the family he's missing out on. The thing is, everybody gets it twisted. They're like, okay, I can either all show or all tell. You can decrease a little bit of both, or you can increase a little bit of both.
Hayes got so desperate that he literally went into Grizz's bag and stole the flare gun.
Yeah, we're cooked. Don't let this distract you from the fact that there's a free guide in the description that can transform your edits and help you late night being clients.
My name is MrBeast and definitely not an AI-generated voice, and I agree that you should get Editor Josh's free editing guide.
Even though it was his idea to separate it into two parts.
At this point, all I have to do is shoot this thing, and I get to be a dad again.
Those tension strings amplify it. There is no other type of music that would hit hard for that scene other than tension strings. I don't know if he's about to just shoot it out of the blue, or if they're gonna talk longer, or if this is gonna be a short conversation, or they're gonna fight, I don't know.
The only thing that's keeping me here is you, and I'm sick of it.
My family needs me too, you know.
And you're very good at, manipulating me.
There is no way, bro. How stupid do they think we are, man? He looks down, he's like, did you guys see that?
And you're very good at,
manipulating me.
Please tell me you caught it there. Bro, they cut to the guy talking who's actively in the middle of talking and put in a line of him saying, "And you're really good at manipulating me," as his lips continue to not match any of those words. What are we doing here? All right, I've edged you long enough. Here's some dopamine. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, it's over? Let's go, man.
Now, fixing all your editing mistakes is great, but even perfect edits won't guarantee high-paying clients, because at the end of the day, top editors aren't just good at editing. They know something that most editors don't. And until you figure it out, you'll always struggle to make real money from this skill. It's not your fault. The industry and the schools we were raised in trains you to think like a button pusher instead of a problem solver. At one point, I was staying up until 4 in the morning every single night just so I could get better at editing, until I realized high-income editors don't sell edits. They sell outcomes. My edits make you 10K a month, so I'm gonna charge you 3K a month. Whoa! What the heck? How could he do it? See the difference? This is why some editors make 6 figures and other editors can't even afford to pay rent or move out of their parents' place. Just like me. That's right. Your boy was trying to move out of his parents' place and he couldn't because he was broke. For years, I thought I was grinding towards a successful editing career and okay, I'm just waiting on my mansion. Brother, what? I was running on a freaking hamster wheel, working harder, barely making more, and still feeling like I wasn't good enough to charge more. That's when it hit me. Gosh dang, I wasn't broke because of my skill. I was broke because of my strategy. And if you don't switch how you charge, you'll stay stuck at 3K a month, 2K a month, 1K a month. And some of you right now being like, I don't even make 1K a month right now. And hey, I feel you, because there was a time literally I was right there praying for 1K a month. But knowing that alone isn't enough, because most editors fall into the freelancing trap. So we're gonna play a game I like to call the broke editor test. If you're doing any of these 10 things, you're keeping yourself broke. Oh my gosh. You charge per video instead of per outcome? You only work with YouTubers, not businesses or agencies? You never ask for referrals from past clients? You don't have a retainer, so every month you start at $0? You wait for clients to come to you instead of positioning yourself? Oh my gosh, I'm about to cry. You say yes to bad clients just because you need the money? Oh, heck nah, dude. You deserve better than that. You focus on flashy effects instead of video strategy. Ooh, credit in the... Huh? You don't get credited in the description or pinned comment? You price based on your time instead of client results? You assume you need more experience before raising your rates? And you're probably a great editor too. You deserve way better than that. And you know it too. And even if you're not the best editor, you don't deserve to work for pennies. If you check more than 2 or 3 things off this list, that's exactly why I'm launching the Elite Editor Academy today. For the past year, I've been working on something that completely changes how editors make money. It's my personal step-by-step formula that I actually use to this day to turn editing into a full-time career. You not only get access to the private editing community, which I will be using to link y'all up with clients that constantly email me, but since I'm trying to work on my business, I can't say yes all the time. So I just give them to you. And you wouldn't be watching this video right now if you didn't feel stuck working low-paying jobs or not knowing how to even attract a $3,000, $4,000 a month client. And another thing that's likely limiting you from attracting high-paying clients is that you don't even know what their footage looks like. Do you know what the raw footage of a 1 million subscriber client looks like? Well, in the Elite Editor Academy, I give you 3 raw footage folders from viral videos. So if you start practicing on this footage, a client won't feel like they have to train you so much. You're already trained. And guys, that's one of the biggest pain points that massive clients have. Oh, I gotta train this guy for so many weeks and months. What if they didn't have to do that? they'd be way more likely to pay you whatever the heck you want and more likely to recommend you to their friends. You'll learn how I went from making $200 per edit to making $2,000 per edit without doing traditional cold outreach, to where now I only have to work 3 days a week. Remember how I said I make $12K a month? That money is not from ad revenue, selling courses, none of that stuff. I'm just now launching something right now. So, hey, it works, I'm telling you. This is the system I wish I had when I started. I would have saved so much time. So if you're serious about finally making real money from editing, the link is in the description below, as well as the pinned comment. Go check it out.